Running a Premiership football club in South Africa may seem glamorous and look like a potential money spinner. Pretty sure it is, but the reality is, in fact, far different. In fact, year after year, one or other football owner looks to sell their club. And the NCA's Kulu reports on why this is the case.
It's become the annual pre-season or off-season story, a PSL club looking to be bought out. Currently Bloemfontein Celtic, but in recent seasons there has been Free State Stars, Mpumalanga Black Aces as well as Thanda Royal Zulu, all citing the cost of running a club as the reason for selling.
There would be a number of contributing factors, but most of these would be historical, over time. You may find that there would have been existing debts, maybe, at certain clubs that by now, they sort of eat up all the money available from the grants, and over and above lack of sponsorship.
The SA Football Players Union had to act as mediator last month when Celtic players refused to pitch up for training due to non-payment.
I appreciated what the chairman of MEX did. He said, I do not have the money, that he didn't have the money to run the club because he lost a sponsor which was taking care of 40% of the finance, 40% of that money is contributed by what he receives from the league, and 20% comes from his pockets. Now, as things stand, he's left with 60%, and he doesn't have that money.
Estimates put the monthly cost of running a club at between 500,000 rand and R1 million for the NFD, and at a minimum of 2 million rand in the ABSA Premiership. Clubs receive a monthly grant from the PSL. According to the latest information available, that figure stands at 1.5 million rand in the top flight and at 500,000 for the NFD.
It's very tough. The money that we get from the Premier League is not enough. Yes, indeed, it helps a lot, but it's not enough to sustain and keep a team in the Premier Division. You've got signing on fees. Some players get signing on fees of close to 1.5 million. And, that's almost the whole grant. And you've got to pay players and good salaries. And then you've got your traveling, to attend matches. Then you've got your camping, your accommodation, meals, and all those things, transport. It's a lot of money.
Relegation deals a particularly punishing blow to clubs.
In the cases of Ajax and Platinum Stars, they are playing in they were playing in the Premiership. So therefore, they're contracting players, within the Premiership range. And now that they are relegated, some contracts are still running, I can imagine. And if that is the case, then players would want to hold the clubs to those contracts.
As it is, both Ajax Cape Town and the club formerly known as Platinum Stars have lost key players. It's a road the Lions of the North had to walk last season following their drop.
Sure, it's a lot. I mean, the grant itself, you go to 300,000. And the crowd, of course, it doesn't, you normally get less people when you are in the NFD. And there's a lot of traveling, and you need to put more money there. And you don't get a lot of TV exposure. It's less TV exposure. So you must understand that companies that invest want to get a return of investment in terms of exposure on TV.
Although the financial woes remain, Bloemfontein Celtic have continued with business as usual, confirming the signing of 8 new players last week. They're under a new coach and have added a sponsor to the Siwelele family. Kulu, Johannesburg.